name is Ariel, and I'm a licensed psychotherapist and a trauma-sensitive yoga teacher here at the Viva Center. Today I wanted to share with you some great tips and exercises to help re-regulate and calm down our nervous systems and to create a general sense of calm and ease in our bodies and our minds, especially during this stressful time. Before we begin, I wanted to mention that everything that I demonstrate here today is a simple suggestion. If something doesn't feel right for you or your body or is causing pain, I encourage you to listen to that reaction and pull partially or fully out of the exercise that you are doing. A good indicator of this is if our breath is getting partially or fully caught when we're in a specific pose or breathing exercises. So I just encourage you to be mindful of that as we move through the exercises here today. We're going to begin with a general pranayama exercise, Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing, is a pranayama exercise that is really helpful to calm down the mind by engaging both sides of the brain and allowing oxygen to flow freely between the two of them. So to begin, we're going to begin with our hands in this position with the pinky finger out and the thumb finger out. We're going to gently place the pinky finger on our left nostril, and we're going to inhale through our right nostril. We're going to gently place our thumb on our right nostril, releasing the pinky finger from our left, and exhale through our left nostril. Inhaling through our left nostril. Placing our pinky finger on left nostril, releasing the thumb from the right nostril, and exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling through the right nostril. Placing our thumb on right nostril, exhaling through left. Inhaling. Alternating. And exhaling through the right nostril. Alternating and exhaling. After your last set, gently bringing your hand to place it on your knee. We're going to move into our tabletop position. We're going to gently bring our legs to one side of our bodies, and we're going to come into tabletop or hands and knees. We're going to make sure that our wrists are stacked directly below our shoulders, and that our hands are spread nice and wide, that our hips are stacked above our knees, and that the tops of our feet are gently planted on the ground below us. We're going to inhale, we're going to gently draw that tailbone towards the sky, arching the lower back, shoulders draw down at the back, chest and heart opens, gaze lifts. And then exhaling, gently rounding the lower back, drawing the belly in, chest descends to the chin. Inhaling, arching the lower back, ascending the tailbone, shoulders draw back and down, chest opens, gaze up. Exhaling, rounding through. Inhaling. And exhaling. After our next exhale, coming back to tabletop position, we're going to move into child's pose. So here in child's pose, option to grab the blanket and place the blanket behind our knees for added support. So to get into child's pose from tabletop, we're going to gently spread our knees wide, maybe to the width of the mat if that feels okay for you. Descending our hips to meet our heels, and then guiding our hands gently in front of us, and maybe placing our head onto the ground. If this feels like it's too much for you, option to stay up here. Maybe even bring the pillow to gently rest your forearms or your head. Or if it is too much for your lower back to be in this position, option to bring the knees together with the blanket behind the knees. And then coming into this position here, or adding in a pillow for support. Hanging out here for 3 breaths, or as long as you'd like. And after our next exhale, gently coming up and removing any props you have in front of you and coming back to our tabletop position. From our tabletop position, we're going to move into puppy's pose. So we're going to make sure that our knees remain directly below our hips. So we're going to guide our hands out in front of us. Option to bring the forehead to the floor. But if that feels like it's too much, you can always just stay here. Maybe even bringing a pillow in front of you for added support for your forearms. Or if you'd like some added support underneath your knees, you can also put your blanket here, below the knees, coming back into puppies. If you would like some added stretch in this pose and can bring your forehead to the floor, you can gently begin to lift your gaze in front of you to the top of your mat and placing your chin on the mat. Being mindful here to relax your shoulders. And after your next exhale, gently walking your hands back to tabletop. And then we're going to come into legs up the wall. So to do that, we're going to need our blanket to add additional support for our lower back and for our sacrum. We're going to place the blanket about a foot away or so from the wall. And now we have the blanket there, we're going to gently move and place our thumbs in between the little nook we created between the blanket and the wall. From here, we're going to lower gently down onto our backs. Begin to gently guide our legs up the wall, twisting our torso and moving our back as we go, and making any needed adjustments to ensure that the blanket is directly below our lower back to support it in this pose. Once we've found our sweet spot, beginning to just relax the shoulders, palms can face up, and breathing here. If legs straight feel too much, option to always bend the knees, or even bring the soles of the feet together. Hanging out here for as long as you'd like. And after your final exhale, gently guiding your feet along the wall and back down to the floor, placing your hand closest to the floor to prop yourself up and off your back and removing the blanket. So those were a couple of exercises that I like to do to really help me de-stress and unwind. I hope you found these exercises helpful and supportive in your journey to feeling less stressed out. And if you would like to learn more about how to heal trauma and general stress through yoga, feel free to check out my blog in the caption below this video. Thank you for joining me.